Good evening, and welcome to Conversations with Aeson, where you become my co-host, and we take a little bit more time and chat. This is a little bit more laid back, and, normally I take on, subjects. I don't really talk about hot topics, and, however, we got some more saddening news today from France, where apparently a delivery truck crashed into a huge crowd of people celebrating Bastille Day, and it looks to be another attack. We're now looking at least 77 dead, possibly more, because we're still getting news from the other side of the ocean. So, my thoughts and prayers are out with those. It's been a weird week in general with a lot of things. However, tonight we're talking about setting boundaries, and setting boundaries takes a lot. It really does. It takes a good bit to realize, and, oftentimes we don't realize that our boundaries have been crossed until they have. Now, boundaries in relationships can be anywhere to, let's take this slow, this is what I expect from you, this is where how I feel about this, I don't like it when you do this. But we need to realize that we got to set boundaries in other places. Sometimes boundaries for ourselves that we don't cross. Example, I'm a huge workaholic. I admit that I have that problem. So I have to set boundaries on my time. I have to set boundaries on how long I'm going to be in the office. And now I've started setting my phone and saying, the little message that pops up for the alarm, it says, get out of this office. And I'll log out and go take an hour and go do something and come back, just because of all the stress and the aggravation and all the emotions going on there. So you have to recognize when your own feelings and where they are. What makes you feel bad? Is it your boyfriend complaining about how late you are? Or is it, just other stuff that aggravates you? Sometimes having boundaries is virtually highly important. The second thing you got to look at is recognizing how your boundaries have been crossed. If something, gets past that and it's like, whoa. I set this, and now they're doing this, i.e. they've texted me 20 times today. They're crossing the boundary and letting the person know, hey, knock it off. You're crossing this boundary that I said that, this is the boundary. You've crossed it. You've now trespassed into my area, my space, my feelings, my emotions. Knock it off. And recognizing when you need to set them. You need to set them all the time. You need to set them for yourself. You need to set them when, things get into your space. When you don't feel comfortable, that means someone's coming to your space. And this is more on an emotional level, but if it was a physical level, they'd be stepping right up in front of you, and their, chest would be touching your chest. That's not good unless you want them there. The second thing is letting people know, hey, it's not okay to call my house at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's not okay to do X, Y, and Z. It's not okay to do this. That's not acceptable here. I smoke. A lot of people say, don't smoke in my house. And I'm like, okay, big deal. I'm going out on the front porch. I'll be back whenever I'm done. That's a boundary. And a lot of people don't realize that you're setting those boundaries, but you are. And then, you got to take care of yourself. You got to go, you shouldn't feel guilty for saying no. You shouldn't feel guilty for saying this is not acceptable. You shouldn't feel guilty for saying, this is okay, this is not okay. You should feel much more comfortable with, laying it out and going, okay, this is what I will take, this is what I will not take. This is what, and voicing that. And if they start giving a guilt trip, you go, no more, not allowed. We're not having this. Because, people, don't know that that's, it's not like, it's kind of like the land. Unless you've got a fence around your house, people don't know that that's your property. And then also taking time for yourself. That's an important boundary. Or not having no drama. That's an important boundary. So when you look at relationships, you got to figure out where those boundaries are. And people have trouble with those. People really do. It surprises me so much when, I'm talking to a client and they're like, well, my boyfriend hasn't called me for a week. Well, yeah, he's working overtime, and he told you that last week, didn't he? Well, yeah. And I'm like, well, it's a boundary he set up to take care of himself because he doesn't have time to give you the qualified attention you need. Give him a few days. You know? And, people don't get that. Sometimes they get really torn up or pulled in, and it's like, no, no. Back it up. Back it up. Get back to your points. And you have to really realize what boundaries are important and what boundaries are unacceptable to cross. I.e., my boyfriend dating somebody is not a boundary that I'm willing to accept him crossing. He only dates me, but if he wants to go hang out with his friends, that's not a boundary. That's not a right I have to say, no, you can't go hang out with your friends. Even though I may not like these friends half the time, I don't even know these friends because we don't have the same generosity circles. We don't have the same generational circles, He's into gaming or he's into, last one was into gaming and high action movies, and I'm like, no, I'm not interested in anime. You're talking a different language. You go hang out with your friends. I'll go and conversate with mine that want to debate new business ideas, accounting principles, the new tax laws. We want to get into the philosophy. That's my thing, and he'll come and be the doting husband for events and stuff, but otherwise it's like, go live your life, go do you. And people forget that they need to go do them sometimes, and that's an important, healthy part of a relationship. Not sure what the cutoff is. Seeing a cutoff here. If you always get disconnected, just call back in. Yeah, they have. Yeah. Because everybody, I think they've just resurfaced or refreshed the thing. I don't get that. But let's start taking some calls so that they don't get lined up. All right. 312. Well, 415. Hi, this is Aeson, your own conversations. How can I help you?
Hello?
415. Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear me
perfect. Too. Okay.
So
I'm sorry, Rita. I got cut off twice, and so I called back in.
Yeah, apparently they're dropping people. Actually, you're listed in the queue twice, so I guess, for some reason, Blog Talk's doing a little thing. I'll refresh the board, but how can I help you?
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So I recently filled out a form it's called a consumer protection complaint form, and
right.
I filed it with my county DA's office, and it's based on a tenant and landlord situation.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just been a lot of hinky stuff going on with flooding and toilets backing up and moldy room, like moldy storage, moldy garage, stinky laundry room. I went in my garage two days ago, and
situation.
Yeah, I want to know if she's going to resolve this. Well, she's claiming that a plumber came by yesterday, and they're going to be back out next week and clean the lines. But before that, it was a sub home. So I'm filing a complaint because everything in my, first of all, I have sensitivities to mold and mildew.
Right.
And so my doctor wrote a letter specifying that I should not be in that area without a special mask for mold particulates. But he said, better yet, just avoid it. That being said, what I've had in my storage, it's a large storage, not a small storage, is compromised because she delayed on handling it. This is her thing. She comes, she walks into a moldy room, she sniffs, and then she says, I don't smell anything. Now, I have a good sense of smell.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've had other people come by, and they smell it, but she never smells anything. No matter what it is, she doesn't smell it. So I told her, she's claiming the plumber didn't smell anything outside. I said to her, you know what? A plumber is not a specialist in air sampling. The plumber, I don't care what the plumber says. He's not a specialist in air samples. You need nobody can tell. You need air samples tested to know. So I want to know if in this mediation she's going to make things right with me, because right now I'm feeling like I'm paying this rent. I can't use my storage. Everything's compromised in there. Now with the plumbing backed up, and it did on the ground level, and stuff came up in their bathtub, like all this refuge and garbage and poop.
Right, because there's like trees growing into the lines, honey.
Okay, and that could definitely be one of the issues, or it could be that the pipes are really old, or it is the issue. Okay.
It is the issue. It's what it is. That's why they've got to come in there and basically root the whole thing. That's why the sump pump backed up, because it drains into the septic system. And, this has to be made right. And I feel the prosecuting attorney is going to move on this, because it's also a health hazard. And I'm going to be really honest, until those back walls, when I say back walls, this is how I'm seeing the house. There's like a back wall that goes to the storage thing, the garage, the laundry room, and I want to say a bathroom. All that has to be ripped out.
Okay, that's on the ground floor. And so what you're describing absolutely makes sense of what's on the ground floor. Like, this is a 3-level place. So what you described, that's where my storage, the laundry room, and then there's the garage on the other side, and then there's an apartment on the other side. And so it's all connected. You're absolutely right. And then the sub pump is on that. And, the sub pump is 2 doors away from my storage. And so when that water when it got backed up, supposedly it has like an arm that goes up and down, and that there was a piece of wood that got caught. It got caught on that, and so it flooded. And even though I couldn't see water in my unit, but you're right, the walls felt damp. Like when I would go in there, it just was like damp in there.
Well, it's because it went all through everything.
Exactly. Yeah, it did. It did.
Okay, all that has to be ripped out by a mold removal team down to the studs, if not even further, and be replaced. Otherwise, it is a health hazard.
Yeah, she went on the cheap. So what she did was she went on the cheap, okay? So she had a handyman come in and just scrub it. They never put fans to dry it. They never did any of that.
No. That ain't going to work. You can't dry the backside of drywall, honey.
Yeah. What she even did, she didn't even try to dry it. She just had the guy go in there, scrub it down. She took everything out, and she had him scrub it down, and then paint it. And in fact, there was a mold. There was like particle board? Not particle board, but what's that called? It's like a plaster, so plasterboard. Yeah. Yeah, drywall. And it had mold on it, and it was a wall that's between mine and the guy next to me. And he told me he saw the mold on it, so he went out and bought an extra piece. But when he came back, the guy said, "Oh, I don't need it. I scrubbed it and I painted it." He didn't even replace it.
That's the inside of it. See, that's what these people aren't getting, is it's on the inside.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
It looks like moldy old bread in there. So I feel like they're going to move on this. Okay. But I also feel like the health department is going to have to get called in on this too, because this is a health hazard.
Yeah, and I tried to get them, and they said, "Well, it's not in your." They said it's not in your unit. But now the problem. This last week, we had 3 more backing up with the plumbing. So now this is even worse than it was when I called them a couple of months ago. So I don't know. I think maybe now they might come out. Now that I said it actually came in.
And you need to make it clear that it is part of your unit, because it's your garage and your storage.
That's what I think. I'm with you. I got to get them to think that way.
But that's what you need. No, you need to make it clear to them, because they're thinking that it's the ground floor and you live upstairs and it doesn't affect you because you live upstairs.
Right.
You need to make it clear that is part of your unit.
You're giving me now the incentive to go back to them, because you know what? There's a vent that goes up from the first floor to the bottom floor, goes up. So I share this wall and this vent that is open in the back. So smells do come in through it. That vent is in the bathrooms. So all of us have these vents, and that's open behind it, an open wall. So those smells do come in through the vent. So you're right about that. And, I'm getting a new air purifier.
Well, you need more than a new air purifier. You need a new place.
So, because they should be responsible. Because she has insurance, and I want her to be held accountable. First, I lost my goods in there.
She doesn't want to pay the $2,000 deductible.
Well, that's what she has insurance for.
Exactly.
And she can take all the rent that she's, and the deposits that she holds and she gets interest on and pay the deductible. But do you see me winning this case? Do you see me winning?
Yes. But you're going to also move. Probably by September, you're going to have to move. It's not healthy for you to be there. And, she's got some major remodeling to do. Major remodeling. Okay?
Okay, because I called a friend who's in real estate, and I have to tell you, it's like to find a place like what I've been paying might be a challenge. So, but I know God provides, so
Honey, just let it happen. Let it happen. Keep looking. I don't feel like you find it by going through a realtor or anything like that. I think it's another mom and pop place. And it's like the whole bottom of the house.
Oh, I love those little in-laws, yes.
Yeah, well, they took the basement and turned it into a big, huge apartment. I don't know what you call them where you are, but we call them in-law units. Okay, we call them bungalow units.
Oh, okay. That's so cute. Okay. I love it. So you feel it'll be something like that?
Yeah, it'll be something like that.
And that'll be by September?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. But you also need, if you get coughing and sneezing, you need to go to your doctor.
Okay.
Okay, because then we're having health issues.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel good to know that you see them doing something about it, because she's just going to try to play it off like it's all in my head, and that is just making me crazy that she does that.
Okay. It's crazy that she does that, but she's just being a cheap landlord, aka slumlord. Okay. So you just got to set a boundary there with her and go, baby, I'm calling everybody. Because there's even like a neighborhood association thing there that would be highly pissed.
Across the street.
Right.
Across the street, yeah. They would be, because they're in the neighborhood, and they actually got on her case about building a fence around the recycle and trash things, because it used to be out in the open, and they're across the street. And they're like, hey, you're like devaluing our property. And they sent them a letter, and they got on their case about it.
Right. So I get them all in on it. When someone's being a pain in the neck, you get them all in.
Okay.
Just line them up.
I like your approach. I've been talking to my neighbors going, well, no, I mean, there are some of them, but I'm going to tell you, people, until it really comes in, really fully come into their place, they're just a little bit too complacent.
Well, what it is the rent is a little cheaper for the area.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And they all are afraid of having to move. Yes. Okay, because it upsets their life. But you're going to have to do that, honey.
Okay, just people. They should rule in my favor where she has to cover my costs, because I have I have a back. And this is like I don't want this fight either, like the other tenants. I don't want it. But like, I'm realizing it is affecting my health, of poor air quality.
It is your health. Well, not only that, but it's mold, which means it settles in your lungs, and then you get pneumonia, and then you get medical bills on top of your rent payment.
Good point. Good point.
Okay.
I like talking to you. This is the first time I've ever talked to you. I love talking to you.
Well, I like talking to you too, honey, and you can always reach me over at psychic.biz, okay?
Okay, sweetie. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And God bless. You
bless
too.
You too.
Thank you.
Oh. Okay. Well, the board just expanded, so maybe it was getting stuck in on its expansion. All right. 312. 312, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hi. Who we got?
This is Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. How can I help you tonight?
I am in the process of looking for a new position and just wanted to get any feelings or insight you have on that, on the process.
Okay. I feel like it's past time. You should probably started this like 3 months ago, honey.
Yes, it is.
Okay, and I feel like that you do take it, but what's weird to me is it's a company you've worked for before. New position, new job, new location, but same company.
Somewhere I've worked before, okay? Okay.
Totally new people around you, like you don't know where anything is, but you've been here before. So I'd take a look at your resume and go check out what they got open in the new field, and I would go a step higher than what you're going for.
A step, okay.
Okay? Example, if you're used to being a team member, go for management.
Got it.
Okay? Because you've got the skills, you've got the talent, and that's why you're bored here.
Well, I'm not in I lost my job about 3 months ago. So I've been looking.
Okay.
And nothing is. I get the interview, and I'm in the running. I just never make it over the line.
Well, it's because you went back to the right position.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you see anything with timing or?
I would say probably within the next 6 weeks you're going to work. So you get through the 2 interviews, and then you have the offer, and you got to do an orientation packet, and then you go to work.
Wow. Okay. Can I ask you one more? Can I ask you one more thing? Separate. My mom is pretty ill, and just trying to support her, and wondering, just some.
You're doing right.
What should I? Yeah.
Yeah, you're taking care of her. You're doing what you're supposed to. She's happy with it. I want to say there's another male figure that's really happy that you're there. But, you just got to keep moving with it. Keep her laughing.
Yeah.
Okay, because she gets all distraught, and you can't be doing that. You need to keep her laughing.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome, hon. All right. Anything else, baby doll?
No, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a lovely day.
You too.
All right. 415. 415, you're on the air. Or did I already get you? Oh, let's go back. I must have already gotten you. Where are we at? Okay. 520, you're on the air.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
This is Sharon calling you. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome, Sharon. How can I help you?
Well, I'm very happy with this job that I have. It's part-time, but I'm only making a certain amount of income per month, and I'm going to have to pick up some income somewhere else or, in addition to this. I wonder if you see that happening anytime soon.
Let me take a look here, dear. I feel you do, but it feels to me more of a side hustle than another part-time position. Okay? When I say a side hustle, it's something you're doing on independently. You ain't got a boss over top of you that says you got to be in the office at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay? I would even classify like virtual assistant, rat racer jobs, secret shopping, any of that as side hustles. Okay?
Okay.
And I think you'll get into this probably within, I'm going to go 3.5 weeks.
Okay.
And you already got a friend doing it, so I'd do some networking there.
All right.
All right?
I'm trying to prepare in case I have an urgent need for money. I mean, so far everything seems to be okay.
Right.
Do you see me being okay financially where I'm able to...
I think you'll be fine financially.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, great.
I don't think that you'll have an issue at all financially.
Oh, great. Okay. Wonderful.
Okay? But now, whatever this extra thing is, the side hustle is what really brings you through. And within 5 years, you make that your only thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay? So get out there and explore the opportunities, yeah. Because it looks to be really fun for you. And you really like it, and you're able to make a good living off of it, but you don't get a boss over top of you.
Oh, I love it. Okay, okie dokie.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good evening.
Can I continue listening?
Sure.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Okay, guys, we're going to take a little break, and I'll be right back.
So I'm a cat, and I just moved in with this new human, and she's got this little toy she's always playing with, all day long. Tap, 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 bloop, bloop. She can't put it down. There it is. Oh, and get this. She even talks to it. Last week she asked it for Chinese, and guess what? Egg rolls showed up. Like magic. Humans have cool toys.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Are you at a crossroads in your life? Or are you feeling stuck and not sure where to turn? We can help. Visit our website at psychic.biz from your computer, smartphone, or tablet, where you can get accurate readings and insight by speaking with any one of our tested advisors. We offer live chat, video sessions, one-on-one phone calls, and even email readings. We have several gifted psychics, tarot readers, astrologers, and other healers from around the world who are available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your initial chat is always free, and our psychics do offer special prices and low per-minute rates. Visit us today at psychic.biz and get the guidance you need today for your tomorrow.
All right, we're going to 443. Maybe. Let's hope. 443.
Hi.
443. Hi. Who we got?
My name is Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa, and how can we help you?
I had a silly question to ask. I wanted to know, what my sister's dog thinks of me, if you could pick up on it, because I know she's smart. But I know she thinks something.
Oh, she does, honey. What's her name?
Her name is Velvet.
Oh, Lord. So let me take a look here at Miss Velvet. I feel she likes you, although she gets confused with you. You move too fast for her.
Oh.
Okay, so you might want to just be a little bit more slowing down with her. That way she won't get so skittish.
Okay.
Has your sister recently changed her food? Because she's complaining the food is awful.
She just doesn't like it. We feed her too much human food, and I'm not sure if she's switched the food or not.
Yeah, whatever it is, she doesn't like the dog food. Okay? Other than that, she's pretty happy. She says it's better than where she was before.
Good. Okay. And I guess my second question is I have like a friend, ex-boyfriend. I tried to reach out to him for a few times over a month, and he's never returned my phone calls or anything.
What's his name, honey?
Marquise.
Okay. Leave him sit. Okay? He's a good friend, but he's going through some crap, and he's not really talking to many people. And I just would, like, treat him as if he's gone off to somewhere to work out of state and leave him there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah, I just was worried. I felt like it was a little rude, and I always take it personally.
It can be. It can be, but I really feel more so it's just him being problematic.
So, because, like, of course he knows what he's doing, and he's doing it on purpose.
I think that it's just his natural behavior. It's kind of like when, crap hits the fan, I walk down and hide like a turtle. And that's kind of his mentality.
Will he ever change or anything?
I feel he does. Yeah, he'll get better.
Will it be this year or I don't know when?
I feel like it'll probably be about a month and a half and he pops up. And then you'll be like, well, what happened to you? And he'll be like, oh, this, and this all happened.
Like always.
Yeah.
When he disappears, does he, like, mess with a lot of other females and stuff, or is it, like, his friends? Or
No, honey. He goes into, like, man cave and hides. Okay? So I wouldn't worry about him messing around with a bunch of females or getting involved with a bunch of stuff because he's just locked down, sticking to himself, not really doing much.
I know he was messing around with an ex of his or something, but okay.
No, he was processing that out of his system. He wasn't messing around with it.
Okay, because I just wanted to know, like, so I'm going to be able to trust him.
Yeah.
When he comes back.
Correct.
Yeah, I worry about that because everything.
I wouldn't, honey.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you much.
You're welcome, and give Miss Velvet a pet for me.
I sure will.
All right. Bye, darling.
Bye.
Oh, I love connecting with animals. It's my newest fun toy, my newest arsenal toy. Now let's go over to 763. You're on the air.
Hi, Aeson.
Hi, Kathy. Well, honey, I know, but you know me. When I get busy, I shut down everything and take care of work.
I know. So, and then in August, it'll be back to normal.
Hopefully by August. May even be as far as, into the election season. But, I got to get back in swing and get everything back up and running. So what's up?
Okay. I think that you know the hell I went through getting back from Hawaii.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah. I get to the airport, and then I find out that the company did not pay for what they're supposed to, their equipment case and one of my bags. Mm-hmm. And right there, I had to leave a lot of stuff behind, come up with $210. So it was really like I didn't even get a paycheck.
You should have FedExed it out.
You know what? I almost left it in Hawaii, honestly. I did.
I would have just FedExed it. It would have been cheaper.
So I quit Monday. I got sick of it.
Mm-hmm.
They refused to let me quit. My interview for the job I really want is this coming up Wednesday. And you already said I'm getting that job for sure, right?
Right.
Can I quit ECS before then so I can get all the money they owe me, including bonus money?
I wouldn't.
Or should I wait?
I'd wait and make them pay you.
Well, they'll have to pay me whether I quit or not, but I want to get reference.
Well, exactly. But we want the check in our hand first.
Okay.
Okay.
So how do I handle that real quick?
Well, easy. You take the new job and you say, I've gotten a new job. I need to be paid within the 48-hour time limit that is within our contract and within state law.
Okay. That's what I thought you meant, but I wanted to make sure so that I'm clear. Okay, so will I get all that money in time to pay all my bills for August?
Yes.
All right. Hawaii is beautiful. I was sick of it after 2 weeks.
Duh, that's why that's a place to go visit, not to live, honey.
Yeah. And I have a new pet. Kitty cat, and I named her Luna for Moon. She's solid black, woody.
Yes, and mouthy. Peanut's got some jealousy issue. Yes, she does, and believe me, she says even more outside.
Really?
Really. She don't care for Peanut. He's got a sucky attitude, according to her, because she's Queen Sheba.
Are they going to become friends? I got her as a companion for him when I'm working all the time.
Eventually, but right now they're still trying to get to know each other, and they're not exactly on speaking terms. I think he would preferred a dog.
I would have preferred a dog, but this is what my daughter got me.
I know. Who's having twins.
Really? That's what I'm thinking too, but yep, that it's going to be. Oh God, Aeson, I've missed you so much. You bring such light to my life.
I know, but it's summer, baby, and I am traveling, and I have took on other projects, and I don't have time right now to be chitter-chatting all over the place. You know, I got to make 28 hours worth of work fit in 24.
I know that, and I will be calm 90% of the time.
Okay.
And what else I was going to also ask you if last night was that lady Catherine I heard meowing in the background.
Yes, that was Lady Catherine. She has decided to take over the office again, and she's now the taskmaster. I have claws down my back because I ducked out earlier.
I thought that was her and giving you what for, because she was persistent, and it was so adorable.
Yep.
It was. I just loved it. And just so you know, we're talking about the lady who called in about the mold. Mold is airborne and can be highly dangerous. And if it's black mold because there was sewage, it can cause you to have bad lung problems. So it is airborne.
Yeah, if you go coughing and sneezing, you immediately go see your doctor when you're in that type of an environment.
Yep. So follow through with that, right, Aeson? Definitely follow through with all that.
Yep.
Now, I named her Luna. Is she happy with her name?
Yeah, she'll deal with it.
Did you think of a name I should have named her, like Sassy?
Sheba.
Should I name her Sheba?
Yeah.
I've only had her since Saturday, so I can easily change it.
Well, I think she'd answer better to Sheba.
You know what else she does?
Slaps you.
I got claw marks all over my body. No, when I go to sleep, I wake up with her right next to me, and I go to move, and she goes, wow, and then scratches me. I'm like, hey, you're on my pillow in my bed, and I wasn't expecting you in here. She's already made herself the boss, and she's a tiny little thing.
Not for long.
Which is, I don't know. Do you think she's going to get very big? Her mom's not that big.
I think she'll get very big, very much big.
And she's already bonded with me. She tries to go outside with me when I take Peanut out. I won't let her out.
Get her a harness.
You think so?
Yeah.
You know more than I do because you are a rescuer for animals. You have animals and you treat them like royalty. They are your children. They are your family. So,
right.
So I always listen to you about everything, but most especially about animals because they're your hearts.
Well, they are, honey. But, I'd get her a harness and give her a couple days to get used to that, and then get a leash and let her run around the house with that on, and then try her on outside.
Okay. You want me to ask you another question?
Well, baby, I got some other callers, so we'll talk later.
All right. Well, I love you, and you know what I'm doing tomorrow? Doing a lot of research, so yeah, love you.
Awesome. Bye, darlings.
All right. Bye.
All right, let's move on to 570. 570?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Sweetheart. How are you?
Doing great, sweetie. How are you?
Middle of the road, I guess.
Oh,
I don't know.
Good.
The energy's been frapping crazy, as I'm sure you're well
okay.
aware. All over the
Yeah.
map. And so it's like I keep finding myself, like revisiting stuff that I really pretty well been through already, but it's just like, so it's not too intense, but like the old stuff where you find the last vestiges of the old 3D programming that keep trying to pop their little heads up, and it's like, no, I'm done with you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You're erasing files, basically.
Yeah, so it's just like, I'm so done with this. Why are you rearing your ugly head again? I don't believe this crap anymore. So just kind of, from that aspect, it's just kind of been a weird week. But, as I messaged you about, I'm having a little consternation now over the whole, Cupid/Little Bear thing. It's because Chino had started his great hunt about a month ago, and you and I had both thought he would have been back by then, but when Chino started acting like that, and you're like, oh yeah, he's picking up on his energy, and that's gone in waves as we've chatted. He'll have a couple of days, he'll hunt and hunt and hunt, and then nothing, and I'm just wondering, because it's been a full month now since that day that he did that really intense first search, and still nothing, and it's like I'm
still coming along.
All right, well, that was the thing, because I do understand, especially in the times we're in now, when timelines are compressing and everything's, we're in such uncharted territory right now.
Well, not only that, but we've got to get everything where it needs to be, because you've got to understand there's more than just one player here. Okay? That's the harder part.
But that's also more elements that could go wrong, too, and I'm realistic enough to know that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was just prepared that even if I get something that I didn't want to hear, I do get it. There are so many elements on top of the whole...
But we're still on track.
Okay.
Maybe he won't be as small as we originally thought, which is a good thing.
Well, better for him. I don't got to mess with baby puppy formula, so that's good.
Right. We want that immunity there.
Okay.
That's the important part.
You're not looking at anything, you're not seeing anything that's, thrown a monkey wrench in the works, so to speak.
Not at all. We're still moving right along forward with it.
Okay. Well, and, of course, there's other things, too, that I'm sure as hell wish would manifest already, too.
Right,
but I still feel like I'm in this stuck place,
Right, but we got to get everything pulled together. We've got to get everything took care of, and you got to let the players play out the scenes. It's kind of like, and people at times have trouble realizing that we've got to let the show be the show. And all the players have to play out the play, and, one's just being late for a casting call.
Well, I'll tell you, my show, for an awful lot of months now, just, feels like the players forgot to come back from,
hiatus?
Intermission.
Yeah. No, baby, you're still right on target.
I mean, it's like so much nothing has really changed, and not just, with the whole Cupid thing, but I mean, the himself has still not shown up. Tim still has not gotten a job, and of course my resources are dwindling, so I'm starting to really sweat bullets.
But you're going to be fine.
I just keep working on me on the spiritual side, and that feels like the only thing that's made progress.
But that's the side that needed the most progress. Because once it stabilizes everything else.
So you do think I'm doing okay on the energetic level? I mean, in spite of these energetic wrestling matches, universe keeps throwing in our paths.
Well,
I
what it is we just have to clean everything out. Right.
Yeah,
you're having to clean everything out.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh. So it is kind of just like, okay, you think you learned this lesson, I'm going to test you. That's what it is. I mean, that's what it feels like to me.
Well, it's more like this. Well, you've got these dust bunnies over here, and you've got this cardboard box sitting here. We need to get rid of that. So you have to go through the cardboard box. You have to sweep out the dust bunnies.
So it's just kind of making you pay attention to the little tidbits in the corners that you missed when you cleaned out the room the first time.
Exactly.
I see. Because, I mean, that's what it feels like. It's like the old stuff that you feel like you conquered already pretty much, but just it's like universe is seeing if it can prod you back down into that lower vibrational fear mode, and you know what I mean? It's just like, no. I already won this arm wrestling match. Why are you doing this to me again? So.
Yeah, it's because you still got the fear there, baby.
Yeah, it's it's no longer the size of a bear like it used to be. It's more like a little hamster with just really big teeth,
Right.
Okay. So at least in that respect, I'm moving in the right direction, and everything else.
You're both moving in the right direction.
All right. Everything else is still on the horizon.
Correct.
Because I do question sometimes, is it just that I'm not somehow getting out of my own way, or,
Right.
But it doesn't seem that, huh?
It isn't that, honey.
All right.
All right.
All righty. So, all right. I just have to learn patience, which is not my virtue. I feel like I've been patient for so damn long, though. That's the thing.
But they're really going to test that, honey child.
Oh, good God. Yeah, you're not kidding about that, sweet pea. Oh, my Lord. Okay, as long as Mama ain't going to go broke and lose my crappy little abode such that it is.
Well, please, Mama ain't going to go broke. Mama's doing just fine, and there's food on the table.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
What keeps us chugging along isn't what's coming in, it's what got left to me, and that's my backup resource, what we really live off.
Right.
Because Social Security ain't nothing to live off, let me tell you.
Right.
But that resource is dwindling, because I went through so many years of helping out my daughter when she let her life go completely down the tubes, and she's back on her feet now, and then Tim had his whole world implode on him, so I've been taking care of him for a couple of years now, and it's just like... And I do anything for my kids. It's not a resentment thing. It's just the reality that, like, this is what we really live on, because you sure can't live on Social Security. So the little stockpile is getting littler by the day,
Yeah, but you'll be able to do it, honey. It's going to be fine. All right?
Okay. All right.
Okay, dear.
I'm sorry, just having anxiety. All right, love, I'll let you go.
Perfectly okay. All right. Let's go over to 3. Where'd you go? There you are. This board tonight, I swear I want to shoot. Let's take 3, 4, 7. 347, you're on the air.
Hi, Aeson.
Hi, who we got?
This is Tamika.
Hi, Tamika. How can I help you?
I just wanted to know first, I am going to start, I told the job that I would start with them August 9th. I was offered a job to start August 9th.
Right.
And I have an interview at 1 tomorrow that's close to the boutique that I used to work at. So I'm just wondering if the one on August 9th is the one I should take, or should I take if I should take. Because
I feel that you'll take the one that you go to August 9th. You'll get hired back at the boutique you used to at. We'll get an offer. I don't feel you take it.
Which would be better, do you feel, for me? Like
the August 9th.
Really?
Really. I think if you go back to the boutique, you're going to face the same drama, the same problems you've had before there.
It's a boutique that's close to the boutique I used to work at.
Still same situation.
All right, because the one on August 9th, it's kind of it's a pain to get to. My problem is getting around in my town. So I'm worried, about not getting to that job on time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just worried about that.
Yeah. I think you'll be fine. Okay. I think that you'll get there on time. You'll get there perfectly fine.
Do you think I'll grow? Will I be there for a long time? Is that going to be a positive job? Or
that'll be a positive job for you. Yep. It'll be a real good job.
How long do you see me staying there?
At least 2 years. And you go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
It'll be really good for you. It'll actually be really happy.
Okay. That's good to know.
Okay. And I think it'll be comfortable.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. With Love Life, I don't know if I'm pretty sure I talked to you about him. This guy, Aris, he came back last week, and then he sort of disappeared again. I'm wondering what you pick up with him, if anything's going to happen with us. I don't know what to make of him, And inside, I still feel like I have feelings for, the one that starts with an N.
Right. I feel like there's a lot of aggravation with him right now, okay? I feel like there will be a reconnection, but you're going to have to sit back and let that one come to you. Okay?
Yeah. I don't
and I
call
think
him.
you'll do really well with that. Yeah, don't call him. Let him run into you.
No, because I don't know what he's thinking. I feel like he's just cautious or scared of me. I don't know what it is.
I feel like more so he's scared of you. Okay.
Yeah. And what do you pick up with Nick?
Nick's okay. He's more funner. He's not really doing much seriousness.
Am I going to hear from him?
Yes.
Do you know when?
Looks to be probably within about 3 days.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because I haven't heard from him in 2 years.
Still feel it's going to be in about 2 days, dear.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'll keep you posted.
You're welcome, dear. Call me back if you need me.
Thank you. I will. I'll keep listening.
All right. Okay. We've decided to go a little bit extra longer. I'm going to go 30 minutes and take a few more callers here that pop up because we've had a large call now, but I'm going to have to go to a break, and then I'll be back to take those calls, okay? All right. Here we go. I'll be back in about 2 minutes.
I'm a cat, and I just moved in with this new human, and she's got this little toy she's always playing with, all day long. Tap, 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 bloop, bloop. She can't put it down. There it is. Oh, and get this. She even talks to it. Last week she asked it for Chinese, and guess what? Egg rolls showed up. Like magic. Humans have cool toys.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Are you at a crossroads in your life? Or are you feeling stuck and not sure where to turn? We can help. Visit our website at psychic.biz from your computer, smartphone, or tablet, where you can get accurate readings and insight by speaking with any one of our tested advisors. We offer live chat, video sessions, one-on-one phone calls, and even email readings. We have several gifted psychics, tarot readers, astrologers, and other healers from around the world who are available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your initial chat is always free, and our psychics do offer special prices and low per-minute rates. Visit us today at psychic.biz and get the guidance you need today for your tomorrow.
Okay, and we are back. All right, I'm going to take a few more calls. We'll see if it goes a half hour. If it doesn't, well, that's okay. Let's go with 813. 813, you're on the air. Hi,
Hello?
Who we got?
Hi, my name's Nicole.
Hi, Nicole, and how can I help you?
Yes, sir. My husband and I just reconnected, and things are going okay. And I mean, like, right now we live in 2 different states. I live in Indiana. He lives in Florida. We're trying to make our relationship work, and
right.
I'm trying to get him to move up here, but right now there's some things going on right now that